San Diego has sunshine, beaches, the best climate in America, and somehow more people are leaving than moving in. I mean, how do you walk away from paradise? Simple. Paradise changed, but look at paradise. So today, I'm going to break down the real reasons people are packing up, even lifelong San Diegans that I've talked to who swore they would never leave. So let's talk about it. And let's talk about why are people moving away from San Diego? Because it is a fact that more people are leaving than are moving in. So let's dive right in. First of all, I'm Jennifer, and after more than 20 years in this city, I've watched San Diego evolve, explode, get more expensive, get more crowded, get more political, and honestly, get more complicated. People are asking me, Jennifer, why would anybody leave San Diego? Those of us who love the weather so much. Well, let's dive into the real truth. Not the glossy Chamber of Commerce version, the version residents whisper to each other, the version your neighbor admits after 2 glasses of wine, and the version you see when another moving truck pulls away. Number 1, the cost of living crisis is probably the biggest push factor of all. It's obvious San Diego is expensive in a way that doesn't feel charming anymore. People aren't leaving because they don't love the beach. They're leaving because mortgage payments rival New York, but our salaries don't. Rent has skyrocketed so fast, entire neighborhoods become unlivable. Groceries and gas feel like luxury items sometimes out here. You work hard and still you don't feel like you're getting ahead. It takes 2 salaries just to live sometimes in a 1-bedroom. Paradise doesn't feel like paradise when you're sweating the math every month to make ends meet. That's the emotional truth behind the statistics of living here. What else? We've got the taxes, fees, and the never-ending financial drain. People can handle income tax. People can handle sales tax. But what pushes them over the edge is the constant drip of gas taxes, utility surcharges, registration fees, new assessments, local add-ons, regional add-ons, state add-ons, gas taxes. Now we have to pay for gas. Now we have a fixed tax just to get electricity. It feels like every level of government has a hand in your pocket, always reminding you that living here is a privilege you must pay for continuously. Even people who make great money tell me, Jennifer, it's not that I can't afford it, it's that I'm tired of it. The emotional fatigue. That's what makes people list their homes. It's the emotional fatigue of living here. So the next one would be policies that change how San Diego looks and feels. You don't have to be political to feel politically exhausted in this city and in this state. Let's talk about what people bring up in private. Schools feel oversteered by Sacramento instead of parents. Not every family wants ideological shifts in the classroom, and they feel like they have no voice. Things like AB 495 are very challenging for families, local families. Healthcare promises turn into massive costs, squeezing an already strained system here. It's one of the big reasons we have a deficit. And top-down mandates often land on local communities without any real conversation. So infill projects and stuff like that don't get input from neighbors. This isn't about left or right. This is about people feeling like California leadership has stopped caring, has stopped asking, is this good for residents? I think they stopped asking that a long time ago, personally. People stay when they feel represented. People leave when they feel steamrolled. Other states give people way more choice in some of the decisions that are made. So next would be density and overdevelopment. I don't recognize my street anymore. This one is huge. San Diego, as I've talked about in my videos, is undergoing development identity crises. Lot splits, ADUs everywhere, multiple story buildings in single story corridors, and then the big flashy projects that developers are trying to insert in protected coastal towns. If you haven't heard of it, a developer wants to plop a roughly 300-foot tower in Pacific Beach an area with a 30-foot coastal commission height limit that locals have fought for decades to protect. And they're using these weird workarounds for affordable housing and density. For longtime PB residents, this is not more housing. This is a foreign object dropped into a community that never asked for it. This is happening all over San Diego. Quiet streets turned into construction zones, sunlight blocked by new shadow walls, parking evaporates, and the character of the neighborhood dissolves. What used to feel like coastal charm now feels like urbanization by force. And I'll tell you, they don't listen to us when we go to the local meetings to talk about it. So people bought homes expecting stability. Now they feel like the rules have changed halfway through the game, and that's why many of them are leaving. Or they bought their little piece of paradise and that paradise got changed. So many of them had massive amounts of equity that could take and buy massive places, huge acreage in Tennessee, in Nevada, in Idaho, in Florida. We've had exodus to many of the local areas. So, all right, number 5, schools, parental rights, and the quiet exodus. This one you'll never see in official statistics, but as a realtor, I'm here to tell you, I do hear it constantly. Parents are frustrated. They want transparency in the classrooms of what the curriculum is and what teachers are saying to their students, their children. They want stability. They want local decision making. And they want a curriculum they can understand and weigh in on that is fair, unbiased, and doesn't have agenda behind it. A sense of partnership, not exclusion with things like AB 495. And when families feel unheard, they don't protest, they just move. And many of them have quietly done that. I have lots of parents that have chosen to homeschool, and I have many families that have chosen to leave because they disagree with the school systems here, or go to charter schools. So make sure that you look at that. So schools have become a factor in people leaving the state. Public safety and quality of life. Is anybody else managing this? Even the most loyal San Diegans whisper about it. Homelessness doesn't just feel worse. It is worse. Drug issues are visible. Petty crime feels normalized. You avoid certain areas you never used to think twice about. San Diego is safer than most metros, but perception is reality. When people leave, when they start to feel like the decline is creeping out, not in. I mean, homeless people do encamp everywhere, and especially during COVID, they relaxed a lot of the laws and allowed people to live in front of your houses in their RVs and in parks. Still happening a lot in LA, less so here. So we know that the current leadership has had billions of dollars they've thrown at the unhoused problems without any success whatsoever. And some of the projects that they're putting in are like 226 square feet. They've spent $500,000 per unit to get homeless people off the streets. I think anybody can do better than that cost-wise. San Diego is safer than many metros, but the perception is reality. And when people start to feel like the decline is creeping in, not out, many of them make the choice to ask themselves, could I get a better quality of life? Is the weather really worth it? For me, it's the lifestyle. It's just, yeah, I can't imagine ever leaving. So now let's talk about traffic, crowding, and the LA-ification of everything. For decades, we bragged, San Diego isn't LA. But now, the 5 is jammed daily. The 805 is a parking lot. Remember, when you're in California, it's the 5 and the 805, not Interstate 5. Beach corridors are gridlocked, and tourism numbers explode every summer. Construction is everywhere. People aren't imagining it. San Diego feels more crowded, more hectic, more rushed. Some folks love the energy. Others say, if I wanted this, I'd have moved to Los Angeles and paid less. And trust me, Los Angeles is not San Diego. Where are San Diegans going? San Diegans aren't running away to wintry states. Imagine that. They're going to Arizona, Nevada, Idaho, Utah, Texas, Florida. We talked about some of these already. Tennessee, no state income tax, no state income tax, no state income tax. Florida, Tennessee, Nevada. Places with lower taxes, places with predictable policies, places with a little more conservative and control, easier home ownership, cheaper home ownership, more space, less density, and a calmer pace of life. San Diego's pretty chill, but we got some pockets that can be a little frenetic. People want simplicity. San Diego used to provide that. It still does, but for many it provides stress. It is expensive to live here. Why do people stay? Because San Diego is still magic. If you can afford it, if you can find the right neighborhood, if you can accept the trade-offs, if your lifestyle matches the price tag, it can be one of the most beautiful places on earth. But if the math doesn't work, if the politics drive you crazy, if you don't recognize your own neighborhood anymore, if the schools don't align with your values, if you're tired of paying more and getting less, then leaving isn't outrageous. Maybe it's strategic. I can help you. I can help you move here. I can help you move out. If you've had enough and you want to list your home, please feel free to reach out. Let's talk about it first. Maybe you want to hold it as a rental. The real question is, so should you stay or should you go? Only you can answer that. Let's talk about it. But if you want someone who will tell you the truth, not the brochure version, not the sunshine washed version, but the lived version, this version that I'm living right now, I'm here, whether you're going to stay, whether you're going to sell, whether you're exploring other states, whether you want to relocate and come here and not listen to all that nonsense. Let's talk about what makes sense for your lifestyle, your goals, your future. Why don't you download my free relocation guide if you're thinking of coming here? You can scan the QR code or it's in the top pinned comment. Feel free to reach out to me. I do answer my phone. Feel free to text me, DM me. I appreciate you guys, as always, staying till the end of my videos. I appreciate your comments. Please leave me a comment. And question of the day. If you left San Diego, if you're watching my video and you moved away, please leave me a comment. Tell me where you landed. Tell me why you left. And I would love to hear from you people. And if you're thinking about leaving San Diego, tell me why. Reach out. Let me help you guys out. That's enough out of me. I love each and every one of you. Namaste and stay sunny, San Diego.